Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Flow State. I'm Natasha, and today we're going on a complete journey through the English you need in your daily life. We're going to master conversations for shopping, travel, and work situations. This is going to be a full immersion experience, so get comfortable, grab your headphones, and let's flow together through real English. Before we start, I want you to know something important. Learning English isn't about memorizing hundreds of grammar rules. It's about feeling the language, understanding the rhythm, and practicing real situations. Today, we're going to do exactly that. We'll go through shopping scenarios, travel conversations, and workplace English. And the best part? You'll repeat after me. You'll hear everything multiple times. And by the end of this session, you'll feel so much more confident. Are you ready? Let's begin with shopping English. Imagine you walk into a clothing store. The first thing that happens is someone greets you. Listen carefully. Good morning. Welcome to our store. Are you looking for anything specific today? Now, repeat after me. Good morning. Welcome to our store. Are you looking for anything specific today? Excellent. Let's say it one more time with confidence. Good morning. Welcome to our store. Are you looking for anything specific today? Perfect. Now, how do you respond? You might say, Yes, I'm looking for a jacket. Repeat. Yes, I'm looking for a jacket. Good. Or maybe you want to browse first. You could say, I'm just looking around, thank you. Repeat after me. I'm just looking around, thank you. Wonderful. One more time. I'm just looking around, thank you. Great job. Let's expand this. The sales assistant might ask, What size are you looking for? Repeat. What size are you looking for? Good. Your answer could be, I'm a medium, but I'd like to try it on first. Let's break this down. First part, I'm a medium. Repeat, I'm a medium. Good. Now the full sentence. I'm a medium, but I'd like to try it on first. Repeat, I'm a medium, but I'd like to try it on first. Excellent. Here's something really important in shopping. You need to know how to ask about prices. Listen to this question. How much is this? Very simple. Repeat after me. How much is this? Good. Now let's make it more specific. How much is this jacket? Repeat, how much is this jacket? Perfect. You can also ask, what's the price of this? Repeat, what's the price of this? Wonderful. The assistant might respond, this one is $79. Repeat, this one is $79. Good. Or they might say, it's on sale for $59.99. Let's practice. It's on sale for $59.99. Repeat, it's on sale for $59.99. Excellent. Now, what if you think it's too expensive? You could say, that's a bit out of my budget. Repeat after me. That's a bit out of my budget. Good. Or you could ask, do you have anything cheaper? Repeat, do you have anything cheaper? Perfect. Here's a polite way to ask for a discount. Is there any discount available? Repeat, is there any discount available? Wonderful. Let's practice a complete shopping conversation. I'll be the customer first, then you'll repeat the entire thing. Listen carefully. Excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of jeans. What size and style are you looking for? I'm a size 32 and I prefer slim fit. We have several options. These are very popular. How much are they? They're $65, but we have 20% off today. That's perfect. Can I try them on? Of course, the fitting rooms are right over there. Now, let's practice this conversation step by step. First line, excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of jeans. Repeat, excuse me, I'm looking for a pair of jeans. Good. Next, I'm a size 32 and I prefer slim fit. Repeat, I'm a size 32 and I prefer slim fit. Excellent. Now, how much are they? Repeat, how much are they? Perfect. And finally, that's perfect. Can I try them on? Repeat, that's perfect. Can I try them on? Wonderful. Let's talk about trying things on. When you're in the fitting room and something fits well, you might come out and say, this fits perfectly. Repeat, this fits perfectly. Good. Or, this is exactly what I was looking for. Repeat, this is exactly what I was looking for. Excellent. But what if it doesn't fit? You could say, this is too tight. Repeat, this is too tight. Good. Or, this is too loose. Repeat, this is too loose. Perfect. You might need a different size. Could I try a larger size? Repeat, could I try a larger size? Wonderful. Or, do you have this in a smaller size? Repeat, do you have this in a smaller size? Great job. Now, let's move to the payment counter. You've decided to buy something. The cashier will ask, will that be all for today? Repeat, will that be all for today? Good. You respond, yes, that's everything. Repeat, yes, that's everything. Perfect. The cashier then asks, how would you like to pay? Repeat, how would you like to pay? Good. You can say, I'll pay by card. Repeat,
I'll pay by card. Excellent. Or, can I pay with cash? Repeat. Can I pay with cash? Wonderful. If you want to use contactless payment, you say, I'll use Apple Pay. Repeat. I'll use Apple Pay. Perfect. Here's an important question you might hear. Do you have a loyalty card? Repeat. Do you have a loyalty card? Good. If you don't have one, you say, no, I don't. How does it work? Repeat. No, I don't. How does it work? Excellent. The cashier might explain, you earn points with every purchase and you get discounts. Repeat. You earn points with every purchase and you get discounts. Great. After payment, the cashier will say, here's your receipt. Repeat. Here's your receipt. Good. And then, thank you for shopping with us. Have a great day. Repeat. Thank you for shopping with us. Have a great day. Perfect. Now you respond politely. Thank you, you too. Repeat. Thank you, you too. Wonderful. Or you could say, thanks for your help. Repeat. Thanks for your help. Excellent. Let's do one more complete shopping scenario, but this time at a grocery store. Listen to this conversation. Excuse me, where can I find the milk? It's in aisle 5 at the back of the store. Thank you. And do you have organic options? Yes, the organic products are on the left side of that aisle. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now let's practice. First, excuse me, where can I find the milk? Repeat. Excuse me, where can I find the milk? Good. Next, thank you, and do you have organic options? Repeat. Thank you, and do you have organic options? Excellent. Finally, perfect. Thank you so much. Repeat. Perfect. Thank you so much. Wonderful work. You're doing amazingly well. Remember, every time you practice these phrases, they become more natural. Your brain is building connections, creating patterns, and soon these sentences will flow out of you automatically. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on progress. Let's move into travel English now. This is so exciting because traveling opens up the world, and English is your passport to communicate everywhere. We'll start at the airport. Imagine you've just arrived at the check-in counter. The agent says, "Good morning. May I see your passport and ticket, please?" Repeat after me. "Good morning. May I see your passport and ticket, please?" Good. You hand over your documents and say, "Here you go." Repeat, "Here you go." Perfect. The agent asks, "Are you checking any bags today?" Repeat, "Are you checking any bags today?" Good. You respond, "Yes, I have one suitcase to check." Repeat, "Yes, I have one suitcase to check." Excellent. The agent continues, "Could you place it on the scale, please?" Repeat, "Could you place it on the scale, please?" Good. You might need to ask, "What's the weight limit?" Repeat, "What's the weight limit?" Perfect. The agent responds, "The limit is 23 kilograms." Repeat, "The limit is 23 kilograms." Wonderful. If your bag is too heavy, the agent says, "Your bag is 2 kilograms over the limit." Repeat, "Your bag is 2 kilograms over the limit." Good. You might ask, "Is there an extra charge?" Repeat, "Is there an extra charge?" Excellent. The agent says, "Yes, it's $50 for excess baggage." Repeat, "Yes, it's $50 for excess baggage." Perfect.
Now, let's say you want to avoid that fee. You could ask, "Can I take some items out and carry them instead?" Repeat after me. "Can I take some items out and carry them instead?" Good. The agent might say, "Yes, but make sure your carry-on doesn't exceed the size limit." Repeat. "Yes, but make sure your carry-on doesn't exceed the size limit." Excellent. Once everything is sorted with your baggage, the agent will ask, "Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?" Repeat. "Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat?" Good. You can say, "A window seat, please." Repeat. "A window seat, please." Perfect. Or if you prefer more legroom, "An aisle seat, please." Repeat, "An aisle seat, please." Wonderful. The agent prints your boarding pass and says, "Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is B12 and boarding begins at 3:30. Repeat. "Here's your boarding pass. Your gate is B12 and boarding begins at 3:30. Good. You respond, "Thank you. Which way is security?" Repeat. "Thank you. Which way is security?" Excellent. The agent points and says, "Go straight ahead and follow the signs." Repeat. "Go straight ahead and follow the signs." Perfect. You say, "Great, thank you for your help." Repeat. "Great, thank you for your help." Wonderful. Now you're at security. The security officer says, "Please remove your laptop and liquids from your bag." Repeat. "Please remove your laptop and liquids from your bag." Good. And then, take off your shoes, belt, and jacket. Repeat. Take off your shoes, belt, and jacket. Excellent. You comply and say, "Like this?"
Repeat. Like this? Perfect. The officer nods. Yes, that's fine. Please step through the scanner. Repeat. Yes, that's fine. Please step through the scanner. Good. After security, you're looking for your gate. You might ask someone, "Excuse me, how do I get to gate B12?" Repeat. Excuse me, how do I get to gate B12? Excellent. They respond, "Take the escalator down and turn left." Repeat. Take the escalator down and turn left. Perfect. You say, "Thank you so much." Repeat. Thank you so much. Wonderful. You arrive at your gate early and you're hungry. You go to a cafe. The barista greets you. "Hi, what can I get for you today?" Repeat. "Hi, what can I get for you today?" Good. You order, "Can I have a cappuccino and a croissant, please?" Repeat. "Can I have a cappuccino and a croissant, please?" Excellent. The barista asks, "What size would you like?" Repeat. "What size would you like?" Good. You say, "A medium, please." Repeat. "A medium, please." Perfect. The barista continues, "For here or to go?" Repeat. "For here or to go?" Wonderful. You respond, "To go, please." Repeat. "To go, please." Great. The barista tells you the total. That'll be $8.50. Repeat. That'll be $8.50. Good. You hand over your card and say, "Here you go." Repeat. "Here you go." Excellent. The barista processes payment and says, "Your drink will be ready in a moment." Repeat. "Your drink will be ready in a moment." Perfect. You say, "Thank you." Repeat. "Thank you." Wonderful. While waiting, you hear an announcement. "Attention passengers on flight AA 245 to New York. We are now boarding rows 2330. Repeat. "Attention passengers on flight AA 245 to New York. We are now boarding rows 2330. Good. You check your boarding pass and realize that's your flight. You grab your coffee and head to the gate. At the gate, you hand your boarding pass to the agent. They scan it and say, "Thank you, Miss Johnson. Welcome aboard. Enjoy your flight." Repeat. "Thank you, Miss Johnson. Welcome aboard. Enjoy your flight." Excellent. You smile and say, "Thank you." Repeat. "Thank you." Perfect. You board the plane and look for your seat. You see someone in your seat and politely say, "Excuse me, I think you might be in my seat. I have 23A. Repeat. "Excuse me, I think you might be in my seat. I have 23A. The person checks their ticket and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm in 23B. Repeat. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm in 23B. You respond kindly, "No problem at all." Repeat. "No problem at all." Perfect. You settle into your seat and the flight attendant comes by. "Good afternoon. Can I help you with your bag?" Repeat. "Good afternoon. Can I help you with your bag?" Good. You say, "Yes, please. I'm not sure it will fit." Repeat. "Yes, please. I'm not sure it will fit." Excellent. The attendant helps you and says, "There you go. All set." Repeat. "There you go. All set." Perfect. You respond, "Thank you so much." Repeat. "Thank you so much." Wonderful. After takeoff, the flight attendant comes with the beverage cart. "What would you like to drink?" Repeat. "What would you like to drink?" Good. You say, "Could I have some water, please?" Repeat. "Could I have some water, please?" Excellent. The attendant asks, "Still or sparkling?" Repeat. "Still or sparkling?" Perfect. You answer, "Still water, please." Repeat. "Still water, please." Great. The attendant hands you the water and asks, "Would you like any snacks?" Repeat. "Would you like any snacks?" Good. You say, "What do you have?" Repeat. "What do you have?" Excellent. The attendant lists, "We have pretzels, cookies, or mixed nuts." Repeat. "We have pretzels, cookies, or mixed nuts." You choose, "I'll take the pretzels, please." Repeat. "I'll take the pretzels, please." Wonderful. Let's practice a scenario where you need something during the flight. You press the call button and the attendant comes. "Yes, how can I help you?" Repeat. "Yes, how can I help you?" You ask, "Could I have a blanket, please? I'm a bit cold." Repeat. "Could I have a blanket, please? I'm a bit cold." Excellent. The attendant responds, "Of course, I'll bring one right away." Repeat. "Of course, I'll bring one right away." A few moments later, they return. "Here's your blanket." Repeat. "Here's your blanket." Good. You say gratefully, "Thank you so much." Repeat, "Thank you so much." Excellent. The attendant adds, "You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else." Repeat, "You're welcome. Let me know if you need anything else." Perfect. Now imagine you've landed and you're going through immigration. The officer says, "Good evening. Passport, please." Repeat, "Good evening. Passport, please." You hand it over and say, "Here you are." Repeat, "Here you are." Excellent. The officer asks, "What's the purpose of your visit?" Repeat, "What's the purpose of your visit?" Perfect. You respond, "I'm here for tourism." Repeat, "I'm here for tourism." Or you might say, "I'm here for Immerse." Repeat, "I'm here for business." Or, "I'm visiting family." Repeat, "I'm visiting family." Wonderful. The officer continues, "How long are you planning to stay?" Repeat, "How long are you planning to stay?" You answer, "I'll be here for 2 weeks." Repeat, "I'll be here for 2 weeks." Or, "Just 5 days." Repeat, "Just 5 days." Excellent. The officer asks, "Where will you be staying?" Repeat, "Where will you be staying?" Respond, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel downtown." Repeat, "I'm staying at the Hilton Hotel downtown." Or, "I'm staying with friends." Repeat, "I'm staying with friends." Wonderful. The officer stamps your passport and says, "Welcome to the United States. Enjoy your stay." Repeat, "Welcome to the United States. Enjoy your stay." You smile and say, "Thank you." Repeat, "Thank you." Wonderful. Now you head to baggage claim. You're waiting for your suitcase and someone asks you, "Is this carousel for flight AA 245? Repeat, "Is this carousel for flight AA 245? You confirm, "Yes, I think so." Repeat, "Yes, I think so." They say, "Thanks." Good. Your bag appears, but it looks damaged. You take it to the baggage service counter. The agent asks, "How can I help you?" Repeat, "How can I help you?" You explain, "My suitcase was damaged during the flight." Repeat, "My suitcase was damaged during the flight." Perfect. The agent says, "I'm sorry about that. Can I see your baggage claim ticket?" Repeat, "I'm sorry about that. Can I see your baggage claim ticket?" You hand it over. "Here it is." "Here it is." The agent examines the damage and says, "We'll file a claim for you. Please fill out this form." Repeat, "We'll file a claim for you. Please fill out this form." You ask, "How long will it take to process?" Repeat, "How long will it take to process?" The agent responds, "Usually 7 to 10 business days." Repeat, "Usually 7 to 10 business days." You say, "Okay, thank you for your help." Repeat, "Okay, thank you for your help."
Where are you headed? Where are you headed? Good. To the Hilton Hotel on 5th Avenue, please. Repeat. To the Hilton Hotel on 5th Avenue, please. Excellent. The driver opens the trunk and says, "Let me help you with your luggage." Repeat. "Let me help you with your luggage." Perfect. You say, "Thank you, that's very kind." Repeat. "Thank you, that's very kind." Wonderful. You both get in the car and the driver asks, "Is this your first time in New York?" Repeat. "Is this your first time in New York?" Good. You respond, "Yes, it is. I'm really excited to be here." Repeat. "Yes, it is. I'm really excited to be here." Excellent. The driver says, "It's a wonderful city. How long are you staying?" Repeat. "It's a wonderful city. How long are you staying?" Perfect. You answer, "Just a week. I want to see all the main attractions." Repeat. "Just a week. I want to see all the main attractions." Great. The driver offers advice. You should definitely visit Central Park and the Statue of Liberty. Repeat. You should definitely visit Central Park and the Statue of Liberty. Good. You respond enthusiastically, "Those are on my list. Any other recommendations?" Repeat. "Those are on my list. Any other recommendations?" Excellent. After some pleasant conversation, you arrive at the hotel. You ask, "How much do I owe you?" Repeat. "How much do I owe you?" Perfect. The driver says, "That's $45. Repeat. "That's $45. Good. You hand over your card and say, "Can I add a tip?" Repeat. "Can I add a tip?" Excellent. The driver smiles. "That would be appreciated. Thank you." Repeat. "That would be appreciated. Thank you." Perfect. You enter the hotel and approach the front desk. The receptionist greets you warmly. Good evening, welcome to the Hilton. How may I help you? Repeat. Good evening, welcome to the Hilton. How may I help you? Good. You say, hi, I have a reservation under the name Sarah Johnson. Repeat. Hi, I have a reservation under the name Sarah Johnson. Excellent. The receptionist types on the computer. Let me check that for you. Repeat. Let me check that for you. After a moment, yes, here it is. A double room for 7 nights, checking out on the 15th. Repeat. Yes, here it is. A double room for 7 nights, checking out on the 15th. Good. You confirm? That's correct. Repeat. That's correct. Excellent. The receptionist continues. May I see your ID and credit card, please? Repeat. May I see your ID and credit card, please? You hand them over. Here you go. Repeat. Here you go. Good. The receptionist processes everything and says, perfect, you're all set. You're in room 812 on the 8th floor. Repeat. Perfect, you're all set. You're in room 812 on the 8th floor. Excellent. You ask an important question. What time is breakfast served? Repeat. What time is breakfast served? Perfect. The receptionist answers, breakfast is served from 6:30 to 10:30 in the morning on the 2nd floor. Good. You also ask, is there a gym in the hotel? Excellent. The receptionist smiles. Yes, the fitness center is on the 3rd floor and it's open 24 hours. Perfect. You say, that's great, thank you. Wonderful. The receptionist hands you key cards. Here are your room keys. The elevators are just around the corner. Enjoy your stay. Good. You respond politely. Thank you so much. Repeat. Thank you so much. Excellent. As you turn to leave, you remember something. Oh, one more question. Is there Wi-Fi in the rooms? Repeat. Oh, one more question. Is there Wi-Fi in the rooms? The receptionist nods. Yes, the Wi-Fi is complimentary. The network name and password are on the card in your room. Great. The next morning, you go down for breakfast. You enter the breakfast area and a staff member greets you. Good morning. Please feel free to help yourself. The buffet has hot and cold options. Good morning. Please feel free to help yourself. The buffet has hot and cold options. Good. You say, thank you. It looks delicious. Thank you. It looks delicious. Excellent. You approach the coffee station and another guest is there. They smile and ask, first time at this hotel? Repeat, first time at this hotel? Perfect. You respond, yes, I just arrived last night. It seems really nice. Yes, I just arrived last night. It seems really nice. They agree. It is. The staff is wonderful and the location is perfect. It is. The staff is wonderful and the location is perfect. Excellent. You strike up a conversation. Are you here for business or pleasure? Repeat. Are you here for business or pleasure? Perfect. They answer, business, unfortunately, but I try to explore the city when I have time. Business, unfortunately, but I try to explore the city when I have time. You share. I'm here on vacation. I'm planning to visit the museums today. Repeat. I'm here on vacation. I'm planning to visit the museums today. Excellent. They offer advice. The Museum of Modern Art is fantastic. Make sure you book tickets online to skip the line. Repeat. The Museum of Modern Art is fantastic. Make sure you book tickets online to skip the line. You say gratefully, that's a great tip. Thank you so much. That's a great tip. Thank you so much. Wonderful. They respond, you're welcome. Enjoy your day. You're welcome. Enjoy your day. Good. After breakfast, you return to your room and call the front desk. The receptionist answers, front desk, this is Michael. How may I assist you? Front desk, this is Michael. How may I assist you? Excellent. You explain, hi, I'm in room 812. The air conditioning doesn't seem to be working. Hi, I'm in room 812. The air conditioning doesn't seem to be working. Perfect. Michael responds professionally. I apologize for the inconvenience. I'll send someone up right away to take a look at it. I apologize for the inconvenience. I'll send someone up right away to take a look at it. You say, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Michael adds, it should only take about 15 minutes. Is there anything else I can help you with? It should only take about 15 minutes. Is there anything else I can help you with? You think for a moment. Actually, yes. Can you recommend a good restaurant nearby for dinner? Actually, yes. Can you recommend a good restaurant nearby for dinner? Michael is helpful. Absolutely. There's an excellent Italian restaurant 2 blocks away called Luigi's. Would you like me to make a reservation for you? Absolutely. There's an excellent Italian restaurant 2 blocks away called Luigi's. Would you like me to make a reservation for you? You respond, that would be wonderful. For tonight at 7 o'clock, please, just for one person. That would be wonderful. For tonight at 7 o'clock, please, just for one person. Michael confirms, no problem. I'll call them right now and confirm the reservation. You say, thank you so much for your help.
Thank you so much for your help. Excellent. Later, you head out to explore the city. You stop a passerby to ask for directions. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Central Park from here? Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to Central Park from here? The person points. Sure. Walk straight down the street for about 10 minutes, then turn right. You'll see the park entrance. Sure. Walk straight down the street for about 10 minutes, then turn right. You'll see the park entrance. You thank them. That's very helpful. Thank you so much. That's very helpful. Thank you so much. They smile. You're welcome. Enjoy the park. You're welcome. Enjoy the park. Perfect. You arrive at the park and decide to rent a bicycle. You approach the rental kiosk. The attendant greets you. Hi there. Would you like to rent a bike? Hi there. Would you like to rent a bike today? You respond. Yes, please. How much does it cost? Yes, please. How much does it cost? Excellent. The attendant explains. It's $15 per hour, or you can get the day pass for $40. It's $15 per hour, or you can get the day pass for $40. You decide. I'll take the day pass, please. I'll take the day pass, please. The attendant continues. Great choice. I'll need to see your ID and a credit card for the security deposit. Great choice. I'll need to see your ID and a credit card for the security deposit.
Perfect. Here's your helmet and a lock. Please return the bike by 8 p.m. Good. You ask, are there any recommended routes? Excellent. The attendant pulls out a map. This map shows all the bike paths. The loop around the park is about 6 miles and takes most people around 45 minutes. Perfect. You say enthusiastically, that sounds perfect. Thank you for all your help. Wonderful. After a lovely bike ride, you return the bicycle. The attendant checks it in. Everything looks good. Thank you for choosing us. Good. You respond, thank you. I had a great time. Excellent. Now you're hungry and decide to grab lunch. You enter a busy cafe and wait in line. When it's your turn, the cashier greets you. Hi, what can I get started for you? Perfect. You look at the menu and say, could I have a few minutes to decide? Good. The cashier smiles. Of course, take your time. Let me know when you're ready. Excellent. You study the menu and then say, okay, I'm ready. I'd like the grilled chicken sandwich with a side salad. Perfect. The cashier asks, what kind of bread would you like? We have white, wheat, or sourdough. Good. You choose sourdough, please. Excellent. The cashier continues. And for the salad dressing? Perfect. You ask, what dressings do you have? Good. The cashier lists them. We have ranch, Italian, balsamic vinaigrette, and Caesar. Excellent. You decide, I'll have the balsamic vinaigrette on the side, please. Perfect. The cashier asks, would you like anything to drink? Good. You say, yes, an iced tea, please, unsweetened. Excellent. The cashier confirms your order. So that's 1 grilled chicken sandwich on sourdough with a side salad, balsamic vinaigrette on the side, and an unsweetened iced tea. Is that correct? Perfect. You confirm, yes, that's right. Good. The cashier tells you the total. Your total is $16.75. Excellent. You tap your card and the cashier hands you a receipt. Your order will be ready in about 10 minutes. We'll call your name. Perfect. You find a seat and wait. A few minutes later you hear, order for Sarah. Good. You go to collect your food and say, thank you. Excellent. The staff member responds, you're welcome. Enjoy your meal. Perfect. You're enjoying your lunch when you realize you need the restroom. You approach a staff member. Excuse me, where is the restroom? Good. They point. It's down the hall on your right. Excellent. You say, thank you. Perfect. After lunch, you decide to do some souvenir shopping. You enter a gift shop and browse. A sales associate approaches. Hello, are you looking for anything in particular? Good. You respond, I'm looking for souvenirs to bring back home for my family. Excellent. The associate is helpful. We have a great selection. Are you looking for something specific, like clothing, mugs, or magnets? Perfect. You think aloud, maybe some t-shirts and a few small tefs. Good. The associate leads you to a display. Our t-shirts are over here. They come in all sizes and many different designs. Excellent. You pick up a few and ask, do you have a medium in this design? Perfect. The associate checks. Let me look in the back for you. Good. A moment later, they return. You're in luck. Here's the last medium we have. Excellent. You say, perfect, I'll take it. Wonderful. You continue browsing and pick up a few more items. The associate asks, did you find everything you were looking for? Good. You smile. Yes, I think so. I'm ready to check out. Perfect. At the register, the cashier scans your items. Your total comes to $62.30. Good. You ask, can I get a bag for these? Excellent. The cashier nods. Of course. Would you like a plastic bag or would you prefer to purchase one of our reusable tote bags for $3? Perfect.
You decide, I'll take the reusable bag. That's more eco-friendly. Good. The cashier agrees. Great choice. So your new total is $65.30. Excellent. You pay and the cashier hands you your bag. Here you go. Thank you for shopping with us. Perfect. Now let's transition to workplace English. This is so important because many of you will use English in professional settings. Let's start with a common scenario. Arriving at work. You enter the office and greet your colleague. Good morning, Tom. How was your weekend? Good. Tom responds, It was great, thanks. I went hiking with my family. How about yours? Excellent. You share, Pretty relaxing. I caught up on some reading and spent time with friends. Perfect. Tom asks, Are you ready for the big presentation today? Good. You respond confidently, Yes, I've been preparing all week. I think it's going to go well. Excellent. Tom encourages you, I'm sure you'll do great. Let me know if you need anything. Perfect. You arrive at your desk and check your emails. You see an urgent message from your manager requesting a meeting. You reply by email. Let me read what you write. Good morning, Jennifer. I received your message. I'm available to meet anytime this morning. Please let me know what works best for you. Best regards, Sarah. Now let's practice this. Good morning, Jennifer. Good. Next part. I received your message. Excellent. Continue. I'm available to meet anytime this morning. Perfect. And please let me know what works best for you. Good. Finally, best regards, Sarah. Wonderful. Your manager replies quickly and you head to her office. You knock on the door. Come in, she calls. Good. You enter and say, Good morning, Jennifer. You wanted to see me.
Jennifer looks up from her computer and smiles. Yes, Sarah. Thanks for coming so quickly. Please have a seat. Repeat after me. Yes, Sarah. Thanks for coming so quickly. Please have a seat. Good. You sit down and say, Of course. What can I help you with? Repeat. Of course. What can I help you with? Excellent. Jennifer explains, I wanted to discuss the upcoming client presentation. I've reviewed your draft and I'm really impressed with the work you've done. Repeat. I wanted to discuss the upcoming client presentation. I've reviewed your draft and I'm really impressed with the work you've done. Perfect. You respond humbly. Thank you so much. I put a lot of effort into it. Repeat. Thank you so much. I put a lot of effort into it. Good. Jennifer continues. I have just a few suggestions that might strengthen it even more. Repeat. I have just a few suggestions that might strengthen it even more. Excellent. You lean forward attentively. I'd love to hear your feedback. Repeat. I'd love to hear your feedback. Perfect. Jennifer points to her screen. In the financial section, could you add more specific data about the projected ROI? Repeat. In the financial section, could you add more specific data about the projected ROI? Good. You take notes and respond. Absolutely. I'll include the quarterly breakdown and the 5-year projection. Repeat. Absolutely. I'll include the quarterly breakdown and the 5-year projection. Excellent. Jennifer nods approvingly. Perfect. Also, the client mentioned they're particularly interested in sustainability initiatives. Could you expand on that section? Repeat. Perfect. Also, the client mentioned they're particularly interested in sustainability initiatives. Could you expand on that section? Perfect. You confirm. Yes, I can definitely do that. I'll add case studies from similar projects we've completed. Repeat. Yes, I can definitely do that. I'll add case studies from similar projects we've completed. Good. Jennifer checks her calendar. The presentation is scheduled for Thursday at 2 p.m. Will you have the revisions ready by Wednesday morning? Repeat. The presentation is scheduled for Thursday at 2 p.m. Will you have the revisions ready by Wednesday morning? Excellent. You assure her. Definitely. I'll have it on your desk by 9 a.m. Wednesday. Repeat. Definitely. I'll have it on your desk by 9 a.m. Wednesday. Perfect. Jennifer stands up, signaling the meeting is ending. Excellent. I'm confident this is going to be a successful presentation. Keep up the great work, Sarah. Repeat. Excellent. I'm confident this is going to be a successful presentation. Keep up the great work, Sarah. Good. You stand as well and say, Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate your guidance. Excellent. You return to your desk and your phone rings. You answer professionally. Sarah Johnson speaking. How may I help you? Repeat. Sarah Johnson speaking. How may I help you? Perfect. The caller says, Hi, Sarah. This is Michael from the marketing department. Do you have a moment to talk? Repeat. Hi, Sarah. This is Michael from the marketing department. Do you have a moment to talk? Good. You respond, Of course, Michael. What's on your mind? Repeat. Of course, Michael. What's on your mind? Excellent. Michael explains,
I'm working on the Q4 campaign and I need some input from your team. Would you be available for a quick meeting this afternoon? Repeat. I'm working on the Q4 campaign and I need some input from your team. Would you be available for a quick meeting this afternoon? Perfect. You check your schedule. Let me check my calendar. Repeat. Let me check my calendar. After a pause. I'm free between 3 and 4. Does that work for you? Repeat. I'm free between 3 and 4. Does that work for you? Excellent. Michael confirms. 3 o'clock works perfectly. Should we meet in conference room B? Repeat. 3 o'clock works perfectly. Should we meet in conference room B? Perfect. You agree. Sounds good. I'll see you there at 3. Repeat. Sounds good. I'll see you there at 3. Good. Michael says, great. I'll send you a calendar invite with the agenda. Thanks, Sarah. Repeat. Great. I'll send you a calendar invite with the agenda. Thanks, Sarah. Excellent. You respond, no problem. Talk to you later. Perfect. Later, you head to the meeting. You arrive and Michael is already there. Hi, Michael. Sorry, am I late? Repeat. Hi, Michael. Sorry, am I late? Michael looks up. Not at all. You're right on time. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Repeat. Not at all. You're right on time. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Excellent. You sit down and Michael begins. Thanks for making time for this. As I mentioned, we're planning the Q4 campaign, and we need your team's expertise on the technical specifications. Repeat. Thanks for making time for this. As I mentioned, we're planning the Q4 campaign, and we need your team's expertise on the technical specifications. Perfect. You respond professionally. Absolutely. What specific information do you need? Repeat. Absolutely. What specific information do you need? Michael explains. We want to highlight the new features in the product. Can you walk me through the key improvements? Repeat. We want to highlight the new features in the product. Can you walk me through the key improvements? Excellent. You open your laptop. Sure, let me pull up the latest spec sheet. Repeat. Sure, let me pull up the latest spec sheet. Perfect. You share your screen and begin explaining. The main enhancement is the processing speed. We've improved it by 40% compared to the previous model. Repeat. The main enhancement is the processing speed. We've improved it by 40% compared to the previous model. Michael takes notes. That's impressive. What else should we emphasize? Repeat. That's impressive. What else should we emphasize? You continue. The battery life has been extended to 12 hours, and we've added wireless charging capability. Perfect. Michael asks, are there any limitations or trade-offs we should be aware of? Repeat. Are there any limitations or trade-offs we should be aware of? You appreciate his thoroughness. Good question. The device is slightly heavier due to the larger battery, but customer feedback shows they prefer the longer battery life. Excellent. Michael nods thoughtfully. That makes sense. Can you send me the full technical documentation? I want to make sure our marketing materials are accurate. Perfect. You agree. Of course, I'll email it to you right after this meeting. Repeat. Of course, I'll email it to you right after this meeting. Michael closes his laptop. This has been really helpful. I think we have everything we need to create a compelling campaign. Repeat. This has been really helpful. I think we have everything we need to create a compelling campaign. You smile. I'm glad I could help. Feel free to reach out if you have any other questions. Perfect. Michael stands up. I definitely will. Thanks again for your time, Sarah. Repeat. I definitely will. Thanks again for your time, Sarah. You stand as well. Anytime, Michael. Good luck with the campaign. Excellent. Back at your desk, you're preparing for the big presentation. A colleague stops by. Hey, Sarah. I heard you're presenting to the Johnson account on Thursday. That's a huge opportunity. Repeat. Hey, Sarah. I heard you're presenting to the Johnson account on Thursday. That's a huge opportunity. You look up from your work. Thanks. I'm excited, but also a bit nervous. It's our biggest potential client this year. Good. Your colleague reassures you. You're going to do great. You're one of the best presenters in the department. Repeat. You're going to do great. You're one of the best presenters in the department. You smile gratefully. That means a lot. I've been practicing for days. Perfect. Your colleague offers. If you want to do a practice run, I'm happy to listen and give you feedback. Repeat. If you want to do a practice run, I'm happy to listen and give you feedback. You consider the offer. Actually, that would be incredibly helpful. Are you free tomorrow afternoon? Repeat. Actually, that would be incredibly helpful. Are you free tomorrow afternoon? Your colleague checks their phone. I have a meeting at 2, but I'm free after 3:30. How about 4 o'clock? Repeat. I have a meeting at 2, but I'm free after 3:30. How about 4 o'clock? You agree enthusiastically. 4 o'clock is perfect. Should we book conference room A? Repeat. 4 o'clock is perfect. Should we book conference room A? Your colleague nods. Sounds like a plan. I'll book it and send you a calendar invite. Repeat. Sounds like a plan. I'll book it and send you a calendar invite. You express your gratitude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to help me. Perfect.
Don't mention it. We're a team. We help each other succeed. Good. You smile warmly. That's what I love about working here. Excellent. The next day arrives, and it's time for your practice presentation. You enter the conference room, and your colleague is already setting up. "Hi, thanks again for doing this." Perfect. Your colleague responds, "My pleasure. Whenever you're ready, just pretend I'm the client." Good. You take a deep breath and begin your presentation. "Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. My name is Sarah Johnson, and I'm the Senior Project Manager here at Tech Solutions." Excellent. You continue confidently. "Today, I'm excited to share how our innovative platform can transform your business operations and increase efficiency by up to 50%. Perfect. You click to the next slide. "Let me start by understanding your current challenges. From our initial conversations, we know that your team is spending significant time on manual data entry." Good. You pause, and your colleague, playing the client, interrupts. "That's correct. We estimate our team spends about 20 hours per week on data entry alone." Excellent. You nod thoughtfully. 20 hours per week. That's exactly what our solution addresses. Perfect. You advance the presentation. Our automated system can reduce that time by 75%, freeing your team to focus on strategic initiatives rather than repetitive tasks. Good. Your colleague asks a challenging question. "That sounds impressive, but how long does the implementation take? We can't afford significant downtime." Excellent. You respond smoothly. "That's an excellent question. Our implementation process is designed to minimize disruption. The typical timeline is 6 to 8 weeks, and we do it in phases so your team can continue working throughout the transition." Perfect. You continue addressing concerns. "Additionally, we provide comprehensive training for your team, and our support staff is available 24/7 during the first 3 months." Good. Your colleague nods approvingly. "What about the cost? Can you break down the pricing structure?" Excellent. You transition to the pricing slide. "Absolutely. We offer 3 tiers of service. The basic package starts at $5,000 per month and includes core features and standard support." Perfect. You elaborate further. "The premium package, which I recommend for your organization based on your needs, is $8,000 per month and includes advanced analytics, priority support, and custom integrations." Good. Your colleague asks, "What's the return on investment timeline?" Excellent. You smile confidently. "Based on similar companies in your industry, most clients see full ROI within 12 to 18 months. Given the time savings alone, you'll recover your investment through increased productivity." Perfect. You move to the final slides. "Let me show you a case study from one of our clients in a similar industry. They reduced operational costs by 35% in the first year." Good. You conclude your presentation. To summarize, our solution will save your team significant time, reduce errors, and provide valuable insights through our analytics dashboard. We're confident we can deliver exceptional value to your organization. Excellent. You finished strong. Thank you for your time today. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Perfect. Your colleague breaks character and claps. "Sarah, that was fantastic. You were clear, confident, and handled the tough questions really well. Good." You exhale with relief. "Really? I felt like I was talking too fast at some points." Excellent. Your colleague shakes their head. "Your pace was perfect. Just remember to pause after important statistics to let them sink in." Perfect. You take notes. "That's great feedback. I'll definitely do that. Anything else?" Good. Your colleague thinks for a moment. "Maybe add one more slide showing the implementation timeline visually. Clients love to see a clear roadmap." Excellent. You nod enthusiastically. "That's a brilliant suggestion. I'll create that tonight." Perfect. Your colleague stands up. "You're going to nail this presentation tomorrow. Just be yourself and let your expertise shine through." Good. You feel more confident now. "Thank you so much. This practice session really helped calm my nerves." Excellent. Thursday arrives. It's presentation day. You arrive early to set up the conference room. You test the projector, arrange the handouts, and make sure everything is perfect. Your manager stops by. "Good morning, Sarah. How are you feeling?" Perfect. You take a deep breath. "I'm feeling ready. A little nervous, but mostly excited." Good. Your manager smiles supportively. "That's the perfect attitude. Remember, they requested this meeting because they're interested. You just need to show them why we're the right choice." Excellent. The client arrives and you greet them warmly. "Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. It's wonderful to finally meet you in person. Welcome to Tech Solutions." Perfect. Mr. Johnson shakes your hand. "Thank you for having us. We're looking forward to seeing what you have to offer." Good. You gesture to the conference table. "Please, have a seat. Can I get you anything? Water, coffee, tea?" Excellent. Mr. Johnson responds. "Coffee would be great, thank you." Perfect. You pour coffee for everyone and begin. The presentation goes smoothly.
You remember to pause after key points, you answer questions confidently, and you can see genuine interest on the client's faces. After 45 minutes, you conclude. And that brings us to the end of the presentation. What questions can I answer for you? Good.